Hi all, I'm on a roll with making videos. In my last but one video I said I wouldn't really be making many because I would be tired and stressed from work, but I feel inspired to make some more, so maybe in future I should actually say that I won't make any and then I'll make some. Whereas what I normally do is say I will make some and then I don't. So anyway, today's video is about my kind of desk slash workspace in my bedroom. You may have watched my craft room video, which is where my main desk is. And this desk isn't really a desk, it's a work area, and it's on a chest of drawers, or a dresser as they say in America. And it's in my favourite area of the room, but I'm not going to talk about the areas beside it in this video because I don't want this video to be too long, and I'd like to talk about them separately so that, you know, I don't make the video too long and I can make maybe a mini series about my favourite areas of my bedroom. So it's just a normal pine, I think, chest of drawers. But I took the third drawer out, well, the one here, I took it out and I'm using it for storage of shoes under my bed so that I could then use this area as a shelf. As you can see, it's not sorted. It's still a work in progress. It's supposed to be storage area for my pencil cases and stuff that I need out regularly. I had to put some wooden shelves in there to be a shelf, because otherwise it's gap through to the next drawer. I'll tell you briefly what's in the drawers and then I'll go over to the actual top of the dresser. In that one are some of my toiletries, like my commonly used daily toiletries. In that one are perfumes and jewellery. And hairbands and things that I don't really use very often. That is a junk drawer. Everyone needs a junk drawer. If I don't have one, I just throw stuff anywhere. So I need a junk drawer. And that one's kind of my fitness and yoga stuff. And underneath it, can you see that blue thing? That's a back massager stick. It's in the shape of an S. It's huge. Maybe I'll do a video one day on my yoga stuff, I don't know, and I'll show you that. But basically it's supposed to help knots in your muscles, and I have to use it regularly because I have poor muscles in my upper back. So here is my actual workspace. I painted the top of the dresser purple, but as you will see in a minute, the paint hasn't really stuck very well. I don't know how I'm going to decorate the rest of the dresser, but I have put these pretty baubles on the handles. So this is against the chimney breast, or what would have been the chimney breast in my room. So as you can see, there's an alcove here with shelves that are recessed. The front of the shelves are in line with the actual chimney breast wall, but the shelves are recessed. But on this side, unfortunately, I have an airing cupboard. I don't know what they call it in other places, but in the UK we call it an airing cupboard, which is basically a cupboard with a water tank, and it is quite warm in there, so you can put your clothes or stuff to air after it's come in from being hung on the washing line outside, but we mainly use it for storage of blankets and spare bedding and stuff like that. So that's not my area. My mum is in charge of that. That's her storage area. I moved into the spare bedroom, which is now my room, this room, after she'd already been using that room for over 10 years, that cupboard for over 10 years, so I just forget it's there. But I wish that I could have two recessed sets of shelves on either side of the chimney breast. I'd love that, but I've got this set of cubby holes which I enjoy, so I just pretend that that is kind of symmetrical shelving area, and I may actually put some more shelves up here. we shall see in future. I have 3 pictures which I hang in the middle there. This one obviously isn't hung. It looks like it's hung, but that's actually just fairy lights wrapped around the hook that I hang my other 2 pictures up with. But the actual picture is just leaning against the wall. Do you see those mushrooms there, those wooden mushrooms? There's actually a wooden mushroom behind it which stops the picture from sliding backwards and falling down the back of the chest of drawers. You wouldn't know that unless I told you. I've just told you, so now you know. But yeah, that's a safety measure basically. This picture came from Whistlefish. The artist is... I'm trying to read it. Joe Starkey. It says in the corner there. Joe Starkey, and it's called The Lost Forest, and I absolutely love it. But I couldn't find a decent frame for it. They do sell frames through Whistlefish, which is a UK printing, print website for pictures, but I don't want to spend more money on them, and I thought it would be quite easy to find a frame for it, but actually because it's not perfectly, or is it that it's square? I was going to say it's not perfectly square, but I think it's square, but frames that you can buy in shops aren't actually square, they're more slightly rectangular. I found it very difficult to find a frame, so I went to Dunelm Mill, or Dunelm as they call themselves now, and I found one, but when I got it home, the frame was actually broken. So I thought about returning it, and then I thought, no, I've seen those frames where they're not actually, they don't have a frame. It's literally just a piece of glass and the backing, and then some clips to keep it all together. And I thought long and hard about how to do it, and I worked out that I could use some bulldog clips to kind of hang it together. And I got the idea from when I did my museum studies degree, the people who did the sister degree, which was art gallery kind of studies, hung a picture not in a frame, but they just hung it using a giant bulldog clip. So I thought, oh well, that will hold the glass and the backing together, and maybe I could hang it with them, but they're not strong enough, so I haven't hung it. As I said, I've just sort of got the illusion that it's hanging by the fact that I've then put the that's Daisy barking, that I've put fairy lights through the bulldog clips and hanging, like sort of suspended on this hook on the wall. If you can see those 2 dots on the wall there, they're actually rule plug holes for something that my dad hung up there. I don't know what. I've got to fill them with polyfiller, sand them and paint them. But then the other hook that the bulbul is suspended on, there, has a lovely glass bulbul on it just to disguise the fact that it's a hook. But these 2 hooks are the one the fairy lights are on, and the one that the bulbul is on are the 2 hooks that I used to hang my other 2 pictures. My other 2 pictures are a lovely canvas that I got from the range, which is kind of like a night wildflower scene with glitter, and then a oh gosh, what's it called? Wool felting picture of some wildflowers in a meadow. That's absolutely beautiful, and I'm sure I'll show you one day. But they're currently in storage upstairs in the craft room. So that's about the picture, and then the idea of this chest of drawers top, the desk top, is that I wanted it to look like one of those writing desks, those ones where they have a closable, so the actual desk section folds up and closes and you can lock it, but when you open it and it folds down, you've got some writing space, and then you've got some like cubby holes. that you can, and drawers and things that you can fit like your letters in and your pens and stuff. So I got these two craft cardboard storage thingies from Paperchase about a month ago, just before lockdown. Well, before Christmas, so maybe 6 weeks ago. This is actually a drawer unit, and I took the drawers out. My mum's going to use them, and I've turned it up tall, you know, so it's standing on its side effectively, so that it can store my Filofaxes and Vanderspecs, 3 of them. And I've taken my main Vanderspec out so I can show you something in a second. But that's what those 3 are for. It's got my lamp on top of it, and this is like a woodland kind of lamp. Don't know if you can see the trees. Let me just get the remote control. This is going to be hard to do with one hand. Oh, my picture's fallen down. Damn. Hope you saw what the picture was. I'll show you something where you can see it in a second. Oh my gosh, it's really hard to do with one hand. Right, there we go. So the bulb inside the lamp is actually a colour bulb. And I bought this lamp because I love the woodland effect. I don't like the grey colour. Grey is not my colour, but it's the only colour they had. So I don't mind it. It's just, you know, it's pretty, but I don't like the colour. And as I said, the bulb is a colour bulb. So I turn it on and I can change the colour. It's really cool. You can also have it on like flash and strobe. I don't really know what these things do. I never use them. Fade and smooth, but I don't use them. You can turn the brightness up and down. But mainly I have it on like cool colours like blue in the summer to keep me feeling cool, and then warm colours like orange in the winter to make me feel warm. I never have it on these 3 at the top. They're too bright. The colours aren't showing up on the camera the same as they are in real life. This is actually a bright emerald green in real life, but you're seeing it more as a turquoise. So that's that. And then here I've just got a pretty box, and the reason I've got it is because it disguises the just the cardboard side of the Filofax organizer. But this is a really pretty box from Paperchase that I got in the sale, and I haven't got anything in it yet. Here's an owl that I got from a charity shop, and it's an Athena owl. So if you've ever seen the owl that the Greek goddess Athena had as her emblem, this is Athena's owl. And then I've got the right side, my wooden mushrooms, which I love. This one's my favourite. It's, ooh, and I dropped it. Let's go and pick it up. It's You by AW, and I got it from a Christmas fair from a woodturner's stall, and I thought it was so cool because it was like the local woodturners club. And I also got a fountain pen from them, which was really cool because I've never had a unique fountain pen before, like one that wasn't mass marketed, mass produced. So this is so pretty. And then I got these 2, and the one that's actually, you know, stopping this picture from falling down the back there, from a charity shop. This one's really cute as well, but I don't like them as much because they aren't shiny, they're dull. I might put some wax on them, I don't know, probably not though. And then my mum got me this one. It's so pretty. It's little family of mushrooms, so they live up there just to save some space from them taking up space on the actual desktop here, because they used to live over there before I put this on it, and I did try to put them up there, but I like them a bit lower so that I can actually see them. And then here are some crystals. So I've got a rhodonite heart, that one back there, My Amethyst, that was the first crystal I ever bought for 50p from the car boot sale when I was really little, like 5 or 6 years old, and my first ever crystal, and I love it, love it, love it. Rose quartz, clear quartz, just a point, I think it's called, and then my clear quartz, like sort of carved point with a round base, and fluorite, oh, I don't know what they're called, let's call them obelisks. Big one and a mini one, and I dropped the mini one today, and I don't know if the little chips that it's got along its sort of angle here are because I dropped it. And my newest crystal is this malachite, and it's so gorgeous. The shapes in it are so pretty. They're like flowers. So sometimes I change out the crystals, but these kind of central ones usually stay here. So as I said, I painted this top purple, and then I put some varnish over it, but then it's been chipping off. So I do have to do something about that, but I don't know what, because I think if I just touch it up, it's just going to chip off again. These scratch marks are from where my cats have jumped down from the top shelf, or the second to top shelf of my shelves there. They used to jump up on the door and then go up there and then jump down. I've now had to fill up my shelves in order to make sure they don't have space to go up there, so that they don't jump down and ruin this again. You can see all these little nicks, little cat scratches, and that one there was a cat falling off. But then these other ones, this one here and a big one under here, are just where I was dusting one day and it just came off in a big chunk. So I'm nearly finished. What I wanted to just show you quickly was, so as I said, I wanted this to look like a kind of writing desk, like those old-fashioned writing desks where the desk space is expanded by the the flap being pulled down. I don't have the most writing space on here. I didn't used to have this, but I used to have these at the back, and it took up a bit more space, and so I wanted something to be able to extend the space. So I went to, now I find it very difficult to buy things like wooden shelves because I don't drive, and so I can't really just go and buy wood. So I went to the range one day and I found these shelves. I've got 2 of them, but I only actually need 1. So what I do is I just open the drawers a bit, and I just put the wooden shelf on here. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. It's not finished, obviously. I need to sand it and paint it and stuff. I just sort of line it up, and there's extended desk space. I can also put it on the next shelf down if I don't want it too high. Because I've got a bad back, I prefer a standing desk. This is a bit higher than I would normally want it to be. It's I don't know, 10 to 15 centimeters too high, but then I'm not working here a lot. I'm not having my arms up too high very often, because when I'm writing on here, it's short periods of writing, so it doesn't really matter. But I could have it further down, and then it's less strain on my shoulders, although then maybe I'll be leaning over. But the idea is it extends the desk space for the short time that I'm using it. And I just wanted to position my Vanderspec here to show you how I use it. And here's my tablet, because I'm usually watching something on my tablet, so I'll position that on the worktop here. So there you go. That's, I can write on here without the extension, but if I've got, as I had earlier, pieces of paper over here to reference, now I've got a really decent amount of writing space. and the Vanderspec fits well on it, and I can watch my, stuff on the tablet, YouTube and stuff, and I can have my pencil case sitting there. I can even have a book that I'm referencing here, and it's great. So I think I will make a video on this area and this area another time, but probably not yet because I want to space my videos out a bit. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.